Okay. Welcome everybody to this Civic Events Working Party here on St. Patrick's Day. In fact, Monday the 17th of March, 2025. As usual, any decisions taken here have to be ratified by leisure unless it's done by Colin as the town clerk under delegated powers. I think most people are here. Right. Item 2 then, Colin. Apologies for absence, please.
Just Joe Dexter.
Lovely. Thank you. Item 3, declarations of interest, requests for dispensation from anybody at all? No. Lovely. Minutes of the previous meeting held on the 6th of January. If you wouldn't mind, have you got them available, Colin? If not, I have. I assume you've all read these, and thank you, Jane, for doing those. Can I have a proposal, please?
John, can I?
Yeah, sorry, Brian.
Can I just mention that there's a couple of small errors there, I think.
Oh, okay.
CV 2507, VE80.
VE80, yeah, go on.
A bit further down. Stop up, down a bit. Right, it's got the cemetery walk was held by the local history group. That'd be VJ Day, not VE Day. And also exhibition in the studio for a week or so. I don't know whether you're thinking it's the history group going to do that. I mean, we weren't going in the studio, but we will try and get something in the museum for that week.
But the cemetery walk will be the local family history group, won't it?
That'll be the family history group. Yeah, I was going to mention that if you go down to F.
Yeah, that's fine.
F, it should be the family history group, not the local history group.
Yeah. You got that, Jane? Just nod if you saw it. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it's just minor.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We did get them right. Anybody else got any comments before we go for approval of them? No, so in which case can I have a proposer, please? Somebody? Councillor David Smith, seconded by Councillor Tony Brown, millisecond afterwards. All those in favour, please show. And there you are. Lovely, thank you very much. Matters arising not on the agenda. I think most items are actually on the agenda. CV, oh, you've already got that, Colin. Beat me to it. Page 25 there. And I don't think Sarah wasn't. No, Sarah wasn't here last time. Have you picked up on that, Sarah? Just nod if you want to say. Yeah.
Sorry, which bit have I picked up on the CV 25?
We shouldn't be doing events on the same day as.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Shows is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We're going to talk about the Cadets Parade. We're going to talk about the E80, mayor making, everything else. BJ, Remembrance Sunday, Christmas event. I think that's about it. Everyone's happy with those. Thank you. Right, so now we get on to civic events review of the, first of all, the Air Cadets Parade. Where's Adam gone? There you go. Adam, have you got anything to say on your parade at all?
Yeah, just a huge thank you to the Town Council and their continuous support on delivering one of the best sector ATC Sunday events we had. We were greeted by OC Wing and our OC Wing Warrant Officer, and received a special letter of thanks in terms of how well the parade was organised, and that wouldn't have been the case without the support of the Haverhill Town Council, with specific mention to the Town Clerk, Colin Paul, and also the Ops Manager, Gary Wilson.
Okay. I don't know if I saw it because I was down there in the high street filming it, but also I was out there putting the barriers out. I brought the barriers down and everything. Anybody else? Gary at all? Anything?
No, from my perspective, we worked really closely with Adam's team. From the sense, from myself, it was well received by the people who lined the street and the market square. Because the numbers weren't huge, it allowed us to get everything and everybody down successfully with no issues. From my perspective, I think this is just proof that if we work closely enough, things will run very smoothly indeed. And thanks to Adam for his assistance in making sure that we had all the information and everything went on time. Thank you.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, so moving swiftly on, as they say, to VE80, which this year is, well, this year, any year, is on the Thursday, the 8th of May. I'm going to say one very quick thing, Sarah. I noticed a post going out on Facebook today
Yeah.
about pointing to the town council website. We're supposed to be setting up another website for all these things, but we'll come back to that anyway. It mentions the Silver Band, suggesting they're actually playing live in the church.
Oh, okay. So it just
Or
means
not. It's a recording. I can't tell. So I just want to, if that could
Yeah.
be.
Okay, I'll just go and write a note to that.
Okay. Right, V80. Who wants to go first? Anybody? Well, let me just before we Max, myself, Brian, and Charmaine met. Blimey, towards the end of January. I think it was. So primarily, what's been decided on that is, and this is what's on the website as well. Brian Mills and his team are going to do bell ringing at 6:30 on that Thursday night. But prior to that, we're obviously going to have a flag raising during the day. Now, I was going to ask Colin, have we identified a suitable flag for VE 80?
Not at this stage. I don't
Ah.
know whether anyone has any particular suggestions. I know for the some of the previous events, there's a kind of variety of different flags. It's not always entirely clear which one is the official flag, and it's whether we want to fly the the trouble with flying the Union flag is, of course, is that we fly the Union flag so often is not necessarily particularly different that people think, oh, wonder what today is. But I've not seen anything from the Royal College regarding any official flag, but others may have spotted something that I haven't.
Yeah, okay. No, I haven't seen. I've seen all kinds of different variations, but nothing specific. I guess we need to try and find one if we can. Well, you're right about the Union flag. I thought, well, we fly it all the time, so it's, it's hardly new, is it? I don't know whether I'm just looking at other councils, what they're doing, but Thetford doesn't say. I noticed Thetford says they're going to be flying a flag, but I don't know what they're flying either. So Tony, Councillor Brown.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to be flying the Union flag, without doubt. I know people are used to seeing it, but it is a big day in our nation's history. Obviously, there was a lot of other countries that helped us achieve VE Day. It's just working out how the best way to, get Canada, etc., and Poland and all the rest of them involved. Yeah, it's a shame. It's not a shame. It was such a united effort. It's just how we signify everyone's involvement, and obviously because the town has so many poles, etc. Living here, it'd be really nice to make sure that they knew that their forefathers' efforts were signified on our town square. So I don't know how to do it, but without a doubt, we need the Union flag there, but we obviously need something to signify all the other partners that helped achieve D-Day. I mean, Canada was huge, Free French, there's a whole list, and no doubt if we miss someone's flag out, if we include someone's flag and don't have someone else's flag in there, there's going to be someone living in the town that's going to be a bit peeved. But we can only do our best anyway. But just I'd just like to sort of bear that in mind. I mean, I don't know how to resolve it, but yeah.
Well, we've only got 3 flagpoles.
Yeah.
I think we may end up just being with the Union flag, because you're going to miss somebody out, even if you put a couple of others up there. But I don't know. I was just looking at the government website, but even that, all it's got an image there, but it hasn't got a flag. It just says that it will see the cenotaph dressed in Union flags.
Yeah.
So obviously, even there, they're not putting different nationalities on there. I guess each country will do their own thing. So I think the default probably, I suggest, is just the Union flag, unless we can find something else that's official. But I think it's running a bit late now. I mean, we're less than 2 months away. That I'm surprised there's nothing out there, if there is going to be one.
I agree with you, Chair. I think there would be an official flag identified by now. Looking online, there's lots of flags out there, which are all just sort of proprietary brands involving the Union flag. We do, of course, have 3 flagpoles, and we retain the capacity to fly all 3 with brand new Union flags at any one time anyway. So that does look quite impressive when you see the 3 flags flying together.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, fill them up, as they say in office. Charmin?
Yeah, is there any chance then maybe that you could use I think there were 6 flagpoles, weren't there?
Yeah.
Or 6 lampposts, and have banners that have the flags of the Allies. I don't know how many you'd have on each banner, maybe 3 or 4 even. So the banners would be longer. And so you could get all the Allies on those 6 flagpoles.
Well, we obviously, last time we obviously proposed about banners for all the pictures of as many as we can of veterans. So we may run out of lampposts, because I think there's about 20 altogether, but even some of those we don't have permission for, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, Chair, we have lost one. The one outside Chapman's has failed testing.
Okay.
So no banners, flags, or hanging baskets on that one. The difficulty we'll have, I think, with the I think it depends how many flags there are that we need to show for the VE Day, because the size banner we had up on the Market Square for the D-Day heroes, that was the maximum square meter area of banner we're allowed, because of the windage on the lamp columns. So we can't have a bigger banner than that. So it'd be how it would look. I mean, that's something really for Sarah's team, and they know how to make sure they don't exceed any of the dimensions, etc., and see what it can look like. And I think we had before at D-Day, we found we had to be quite minimal. I think actually in the end it played in our favour, because they look really, really good banners, but we couldn't fit everything we ideally wanted to originally put on the banners for the individual people. So if Charmin and Brian can let Sarah know the list of flags, her team can design something up and then perhaps circulate it. You can see whether it looks realistic. If it turns out there's so many countries, each individual flag is going to be so small, then we might just have to think again.
I think there are 20.
Oh, that's not so bad then, is it? I mean,
no, because I'm just thinking we got 6, and if you put 4 on each, 2 on each side, you've covered 24. So,
well, if you put the Union flag on each of them,
yeah,
then you got the 18.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that mean that we wouldn't be using that information that you've got, Charmian?
Well, for the people,
Yeah.
there
No.
are so many people. I can't remember. I sent you the spreadsheet over today, didn't I?
Yeah, and there were loads.
There are a lot of men, and I think not enough lampposts. So it's going to be very difficult to do something for all of the, and that was just the casualties.
Would you want to do something similar to D-Day in the church, to use the display boards in the church again with those stories?
Well, you've on your spreadsheet, Charmian, you've got for 37 people. I thought you had 60 odd.
No, that's let me just open it.
Oh, that's the casualty list.
These are only casualties, and there are, well, I don't know how many I've got with photographs, but I've got 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so the non-casualties are not on your spreadsheet, are they?
No, they're not. I haven't got a definitive list of all the
Okay.
casualties from World War II. The list I've got for Far East prisoners of war, that includes the men that came back as well as the casualties. But I haven't got a definitive list for everybody who served in World War II from Haverhill. The numbers would be in their hundreds.
Sorry, if I've opened one spreadsheet. Oh, list of WW casualties.
But the one I sent over today has
just casualties.
it's only casualties. There's 37, I think, is there?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you have a list of the ones who returned?
22. Sorry, I'm just counting. 3, 24. I've got 24 photographs out of those men. There was one woman. And what was your question, John?
Have you got a spreadsheet with those who returned?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Because there were, I've got a spreadsheet with the ones that returned from the Far East, but
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, I can put it on a spreadsheet. I think the information is separate.
I think because you told me there were roughly about 70, weren't there?
There are about 70 because we did, if you'll remember, we did for VJ Day a roll of honour where we had people reading out the names and saying whether they were whether they returned or whether they were didn't return.
Well,
I think there were 69, but I've found 2 more to go on to that, so it'd be about 71. But that's VJ Day, and that includes the people who didn't come back.
Do we, Colin or Gary, do we know how many lampposts are in the high street and elsewhere are okay to use? Quantity? Because I'm just thinking, if if you say 70 altogether, and you put 4 pictures on each side,
it looks like there's about 13 according to the paperwork.
Is that?
I think is it 19?
Let me count again.
Oh, 18. One failed. I think Colin mentioned the one that failed.
Right. Well, if you put 4 on each side. No, sorry, two. Hang on.
Sorry, Chair.
2 in each side.
Sorry to interrupt maths, but that's 18, including the 6 on the Market Square.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was saying. Is it
12 in the High Street?
So we've got 12.
John,
could you just do the roll call? We'll just literally the list of the people who fell. I suppose you'd fit rather more of those onto the onto an individual.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking if you put 4 on each side, 4 pictures, that on each lamppost you're obviously going to get 8, and 8 into that will be more than enough for those number of lampposts. or even 3 maybe. But
Just lists of names, is that what you mean?
no pictures. Where we got pictures, we use pictures. Where we haven't got pictures, we just have to use names.
Are you just talking about the casualties now, John?
No, everybody who served out in the Far East that we've got
But that
details
would
on.
only be really suitable for VJ Day, not for VE Day.
No, I understand that. But so how many we've got? 37. So that's 70. Does that include? Is that 70 VJ people or?
They're only VJ people, and they're
Okay, so right, 70,
the
107.
majority of them came back. I think there was about 22 that didn't, just off the top of my head. But if you're thinking about
Okay, wouldn't be enough, yeah.
World War II in general and Haverhill's involvement, the numbers are going to be just too big, aren't they?
Yeah, without doing the maths, yeah. If you're talking about 100, I call it 108, make life easy.
You could really only deal with the casualties, and that's on the spreadsheet that I sent you across today. So you could essentially use that. How many did I say there were? 37, something.
37,
like
and you've got 12 lampposts. That's three per lamp. You don't have to use all the lampposts, of course.
And you could use the for the people that we haven't got photographs of, you could potentially use regimental badges.
All right, but are you suggesting then we have 2 lots of banners, one for VE Day, take them down and then put VJ down?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What do others think?
John, sorry,
yeah.
Can I just backtrack a little bit? Are you still thinking about putting the flags up on banners in the market square? Because I just had a look online and there were 27 countries who signed a declaration of the UN, and there was a further 22 later. So, I mean, you'll never get all those flags on those lampposts.
I think we should be going more symbolic because of all these pitfalls that we could be falling into about not including some people, including others. I think we should go more generic.
I mean, my view is we should just have the 3 Union flags.
Yeah, I mean, it's our country who's celebrating VE Day for our country. We're not doing it necessarily for any other country. I mean, that's 49 countries. What you just said, Brian. You take off us, presumably, that's 48.
No, I don't think that includes us.
Sorry, does that include?
I don't think that included us. I think there's
still
about 49, 50 countries in total.
All right, but you could potentially get us on those. There were four flags. A banner. Councillor Brown, you obviously want to talk.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you actually managed to get hold of a 21st Army Group flag, that included all the allies that are fighting, under the British, Canadians, Poles, Belgians. So that the 21st Army Group was British, the British and Canadian, and obviously that encompassed everyone. So if you wanted a Union flag and the 21st Army Group flag, and then maybe an RAF and a Navy flag, if you can get those, that pretty well covers.
You talking about for the flagpoles or for the lampposts?
Well, wherever you want to put them, really. I'm not telling anyone where to put stuff. I'm just saying
you can only put 3 flags up, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's up really. It's up to Sarah and that what they can come up with. With their skills and what's about, really, to be fair.
I was going to say, so before you come in, that might be sort of an idea if you get that 21st Army Group, if that covers everybody. I suppose you could go for the Armed Forces, the Merchant Navy one. Is anybody else? I don't know. Home Guard had gone by then.
Damian, can I arrange for you and Joe and Ugna to have a little meeting to discuss all that material that you've got?
Okay.
just to get an overview, and then they can go away and mock up some ideas and in the next week or so send them out to the group.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You'll have to just let me know when you want
When
that
are you,
meeting to happen.
Wednesday? Are you in on Wednesday?
I'm in on Wednesday morning, 10 till 12.
If I send them along, perhaps between 10 and 12.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure we get to see them, because obviously there's a lot of
Yeah,
input.
well, if Ugnu and Joe have a talk with Shami and go away, do some
Right,
rough mock-ups. They won't be like brilliant mock-ups, rough ones. We can get them out fairly quickly and send them out to the group in the next week.
I mean, we did this in VE Day 75 5 years ago, so we must have stuff and information from then. My memory doesn't serve me that well to remember exactly what we did, but
what we did is all online 5 years ago.
yeah, of course it was, yeah.
You know, I found the video.
That's why my memory failed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I found the video this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Have we got 3 good quality Union flags, Colin? Or can get them if that's lovely. All right. So anyway, we need to just quickly talk about the flag raising itself. I guess that's the formal part of the day. Did we decide on 11 o'clock or 2 o'clock? Can anyone remember? 11. I mean, the actual D-Day didn't actually happen until I think 8 o'clock at night on the 8th. But that's pedantic, isn't it?
Not as pedantic as reminding you it's not D-Day, it's VE Day.
No, sorry, VE Day. Thank you. Yes, all right. In a long day, you know. What do you want to do? 11 in the morning? You around, Max?
I'm more likely to be around at 2.
Okay. All right, I could do 2 if you like. Or are we just going to raise the flag?
If you wanted somebody there to say something, I could probably find someone else at 11. Or I say I could probably be there at 2.
Well, we got the event in the evening. I think, which we said before, because it's a VE Day was primarily at 8 o'clock at night, and we're doing something at 7. What about we just raise the flags in the morning, and because by that time we'll have had banners up or whatever already. Any thoughts from anyone?
I think that could work, John. I mean, we're doing sort of combined combined event on Armed Forces Day, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
With vehicles and such like. So, yeah, it doesn't need to be really. We've obviously got to market in a special way, but we're gonna be doing Armed Forces Day, and that's going to be when we get everyone down, and so hopefully we can do some stuff there in the gazebos and whatnot. So I think really flag raising, and I mean unfortunately Brian Mills isn't here for the Legion, so maybe I don't know if they would like to, they generally like to do something flag raising. So and a few words, I don't know.
Although this isn't a military event as such, is it?
No, it's VE Day it's commemorating the victory, but also all those that fell.
Oh yeah, no,
after victory as well. So with Haverhill men are left on the battlefield, littered across Europe. So.
Well, I'm quite happy to go with just raising the flags, sometime in the morning. Anybody else got any views one way or the other?
I think we honestly think that we should have, I don't know whoever, will it still be Dave the mayor then? Will you still be the mayor?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it would really be good for a few words and a flag raising. We've got to mark it in. We can't just raise the flags on that day. It's got to be a bit more than
Well, we've
that.
got other things going on in the evening, you know, so
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, for the actual raising the flag, normally, you would say something, on a special event,
any other
It's
comments?
I'm only one member here, come on,
No,
everyone.
that's what I'm asking Colin, sorry.
Well, as well as the flag raising, the VE80 official site is suggesting that there is a proclamation. They're suggesting kind of town criers, etc. But in the absence of that, something could be read out at the same time.
I think you do a good job as a town crier, Colin.
Really wouldn't.
I'm sure it's in the job description.
I'm sure it is, yeah. Not with the wig and gown, yeah. Enough said about that. All right, well, okay, we're going to do something. What time are we going to do it? If Max is around at 2 o'clock, is that the time we should be doing it?
I think it would be good to have Max there. Sorry, Tony. But having said that, most people will be around in the morning. I mean, the town is dead in the afternoons normally.
Yeah, but it's a Thursday. There won't be that many people around anyway.
Well, there will be if we publicise it, hopefully. Give people the opportunity to come down.
I think there seems to be a lack of interest, unfortunately, which is really annoying me a bit. But anyway,
It's a free choice, but
I've been asking people what they know about VE Day, and they have no idea what I mean. Sad.
We can only do what we can do, and we, as a responsible town council, need to mark it in.
All right. Well, okay. We got a choice.
It's not up to if the residents come or not, but we've got to do what we've got.
No,
to
that's
do.
fine. Well, yeah, I know. I appreciate your views, but we need to.
Presumably, the purpose of the flag raising is to have the flags up during the day for VE Day, so that people, whenever they go past, see the flags and notice that something's happening. So presumably, we want to do it as early in the day as possible.
Yeah, we don't have to do it at 11. We can do it earlier if you want, as long as anyone knows what time it is.
Oh, I would honestly say 11 o'clock is a good compromise, to be fair. It's early enough in the day. It's not too late in the day. It's not that early that no one's around at all. It makes it achievable that people can actually get there, for 11. I would say that, 11 o'clock is, personally a good time.
Max, can you get hold of somebody else at all?
Yes, I'll see what I can do.
All right, we'll go for 11. Sorry, Colin?
Again, I mean, looking at the official site by Bruno Peak, they're suggesting a 9 a.m.
I did wonder, yeah. I think I did read that the other day. Could you make 9 a.m., Max?
Yes, probably.
Would that be better? Could we do 9 a.m.?
9 a.m. would probably suit me better than it doesn't mess up the rest of the day in case I need to work, you see. So
yeah, I know you do, yeah. All right, shall we go for 0900 then? Are we going to want, from my perspective, film, provide microphones or anything like that?
It'd be nice to film it for posterity, John. It's only going to be a relatively short ceremony, but it would be good to have it, in the future. I mean, Charmaine and Brian would love to have, events from 100 years ago, a little clip of who's there and whatever. So, for the future Charmaines and Brians in 100 years' time, let's help them out.
We'll have to see whether I can borrow my PA system from the church. Audio. So let me just write that down before I forget. Audio and video. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're going to go for 0900. If the RBL want to get involved, then hopefully they'll be able to organise something. Everyone happy with that before we move on?
yeah, can I just ask if I need to say some words, can somebody write some words for me? I think you did mention me saying a few words, didn't you?
Vicky?
I was just going to say, are we inviting anyone along?
Oh, you mean like other Civic people?
Like the chair of West Suffolk, people like that.
Oh, I would have said personally not, but
Well, I would say send out an invite, and if people want to come along, they can come along. But if they don't know, they can't come. It's a civic event. It's marking VE Day, the 80th anniversary. If
I'd much rather they attend the evening do. Yeah.
well, invite them to both, John. It's not.
All right. Okay. This is okay. All right.
It's up to people, to decide really if they want to come to both. They may, really be keen to come to both or not. But if
Well, in fact, when does where's Dave? When does Pat finish his stint? Do you know?
no,
It's about the same time as the I think it might be the day after our town.
I'm making.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Did we want to? Well, I mean, I'm quite happy. Obviously, as Pat is also a Haverhill resident.
I'm sure he'd like to be
It's logical. Yeah.
I'm sure he'd like to be there.
Yeah. Is that okay, everyone? No dissenting voices. Right. So in the evening, very quickly, this is where you might want to, you say something, Councillor Smith. Is we got an event. So bell ringing at 6:30 with Brian Mills and his team for about up to half an hour. Then at 7 o'clock, we got an event that's going to run for no more than an hour maximum. Starting with the mayor making a very short opening address. And this is in no particular order. We haven't decided what order this is in yet. There's going to be Hallelujah Chorus by the choir. I am going out next week to go and audio record the Silver Band. They're going to be doing some medleys of music and other things for both VE Day and VJ Day. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have on the screen at St. Mary's, we're going to have images and video with that music playing in the background. Suitable music, whatever it is we decide to do. Then we're going to hopefully have a video of the peace declaration. And then, and I know Bruce, I've lost Bruce again. Oh, there you are, in the dark mess. Bruce is chair of the Town Twinning Association. We've asked them whether, or Max actually asked them, whether they're able to do a couple of short videos or a video each from their respective towns regarding VE Day, how it if they know how it reflected on their town in their own language. And the difficult part will be me putting subtitles on it, as I said to Bruce earlier on. And if they can't do it, that's fine. I have no knowledge of German whatsoever. My French is now 50 odd years old since I did it pro level. So the idea is if we can get those videos, is we'll put those on the screen as well, and I will put the subtitles on them in English, obviously. And then the choir is going to sing something else that don't think it's been decided yet what. Looking at Max, he's shaking his head. National anthem, and then Max will finish off by suitable words reflecting the celebration of the event. Charmin.
Are we going to have some short readings based on the newspaper reports of the time in Haverhill? I have started to put something together.
Yeah.
So you can consider it when I've finished those.
I don't think there's any problem. We agreed, didn't we, about an hour's.
Yeah, that's right.
Thing.
But
yeah, whatever.
It might link it together as a bit of a sort of dialogue.
Yeah.
Story.
before and after, all in one go, whatever, whichever suits.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I think with what we got there now, I don't think we'll take anywhere near an hour. So any to plump it up a little bit, if you like.
okay.
Anybody else got any thoughts on that? On B Day? No. So that's the plan at the moment. Right. So if we quickly move on, if everyone's happy, mayor making Monday the 12th of May. Sorry, Vicky. Sorry.
So that event,
Yeah.
are you inviting people to that? Am I inviting people, or is it what is
No.
happening?
Well, I think there's about 200 potential seats in there, if I vaguely remember. The more the merrier, because I don't think we're going to get many members of the public there necessarily.
So that's like a
As I said,
joint civic church event. I
Are we-
need some
Are we
wording
happy
for
for?
you.
Yeah, are we happy for that? To others, anyone thoughts? Anyone against it?
If you are expecting
Max, sorry, yeah.
a lot of people, then just let us know and we'll make sure we've got the extra chairs out.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, up to 200 is the absolute maximum, really.
So is it a direct invite thing, like we do for other services, or is it just open to the public?
It's certainly open to the public as far as I'm concerned.
But do you want me to invite people as well?
Yeah, I mean, you may be selective on who you invite. I don't know. What does anyone think about that? But then who do you invite,
Perhaps the people that Vicky's going to invite for the flag raising can be invited
Yeah,
the
definitely.
evening as well in one email.
Yeah.
See, there are two events and you're welcome to come to both. And we would like you to come to both.
That sound okay?
The other thing, John, is do you want to get together, Max, like we did before,
Yeah.
to discuss that? So perhaps we can sort out a date. What do you think?
Yeah. We'll sort out a date outside the meeting about when we need to work out what order things are going to go in anyway. I guess a lot of it also depends on how much recording I get done next week.
Yeah.
For the audio, and how many songs we get, and which ones are suitable for VE and which ones are suitable for VJ. Okay. Right. So if we go on to mayor making.
Sorry, John. Can I?
Sorry, Gary.
Is this the correct time for the council to discuss the potentiality or not of bunting?
Yeah, can do.
As it's related, obviously, to the events we've just been discussing. So if I can discuss from the members whether or not we are adding bunting down the high street this year.
Personally, I would say no, because I'd like the banners to be very obvious. But that's me. Anyone else have any thoughts? I mean, it costs a lot of money and a lot of effort to put them up.
It does brighten up the high street, though, John.
Yeah, but I know Aaron's Councillor Green is going to say something, but can we have a cost, Gary? How much are we talking about?
I mean, we definitely we've already put in the banners up, so we will have a platform hired anyway. The consideration is if the bunting goes up, that'll probably take another night and go on to 3 nights, potentially. But certainly, you're adding on another £300–400 per night, basically, and the effort comes from having a team outside along with the hire of the platform anyway. So, I mean, as I need to book the platform tomorrow, at least this week, I'd like to kind of have an answer how many days. So, if we can come to some kind of conclusion in the next 48 hours, it would be really good.
Yeah. I personally think it'd be a good thing, to brighten up the high street. People always comment that the high street looks nice with some bunting or whatever we normally put into it, and it's going to be one extra day with the the equipment or whatever.
I think it'll be longer than that. It takes a lot of time to put it up, especially on the platform they're proposing. But also, more importantly, is they moan like hell when it falls down.
Well, I was going to mention that we've had bunting up the last few years, and we have had quite windy weather, and it does come down and look a bit tardy. So, you know, it's not my decision to say yes or no, but logistically, once it starts breaking, it does look a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Is there stronger bunting that we can get, windproof bunting or something like that?
Again, I think that would go back to the cost.
Yeah, the stuff we put up last year was about 400 quid to buy.
Yeah.
It took a lot of effort to put it together because we could only get it in 10-meter lengths.
Right.
We had to tie them together, and some people's not tying is not as good, perhaps, as without being too big-headed. Mine.
Well, there's a job for you, John, if we do go with it.
No. We can get bunting that's longer, but I think we may have left it a little bit too late again. But anyway, we'll worry about it. Councillor Lucrini, I know what you're going to say, but go on.
Yeah, I'd say putting events to one side. You know, I'm always keen that we put the bunting up each year in the high street. The feedback we've had previous years has been really positive. It makes people feel good about where they live. We're doing a lot of work at the moment on the high street anyway, with West Suffolk Council and the Town Council. So again, it seems like another good opportunity to try and brighten the place up. Had a number of new shops opening. There's some more shops opening or restaurants opening soon. So I think we should go for it. We can try and tie the bunting together slightly better this year. I'm not really aware of any complaints as such about bunting falling down. I'm not really, John. I know a few shops kind of contacted me.
No, not shops, the public.
It had come down, but I can't see anyone was actually that negative about it. And to be fair, last year we bought it right at the last minute. We really struggled to find any. Obviously, everyone was trying to buy bunting at the same time. So hopefully we maybe can find something slightly better. But I think we should go for it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm personally against it this year anyway because of the event we're putting on. But that's, I'll go with the majority, obviously. I personally also think we should have gone for the platform we used last time because I think it works really well. If we have enough staff, so somebody to actually drive the truck, don't get out of the truck, stay in it, rather than relying on that other thing, which does take a lot of effort to get down. Because I've spent many hours out there, pouring rain often.
If we got good quality bunting, we could use it next year and the year after, hopefully. So it'd be a saving anyway. And obviously we wouldn't have the issue of it breaking. And if John could teach whoever it is to tie knots,
it degrades anyway, Tony.
Yeah.
It just discolors our colours. Anyway.
Right. UV gets it. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we're here as a town council to put on events and make the town look nice, and especially in the summer, times aren't that good for a lot of people. They're really struggling, with financially. And
all right, I'll see you out there then, Tone, helping us put the bunting up.
Well, I do other things, John. I don't mind if you ever need me, just give us a call. I'll just see what I can do. But
I will
as well.
I will.
I don't mind helping out if I'm doing something valuable, but not standing around.
Watching a drill go down in the ground, I know. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Anyone else? Any thoughts on that? No. All right. Do you want to? Should we have any thoughts, Colin? Shall I just have a little vote?
Yeah. Well, if you wish, yes, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, to be fair, the knots that were failing were not, to be honest, necessarily the ones that have been tied by anyone around here. We bought long lengths of bunting, but actually, as we found that it was actually had loads of knots in it already. So it was made up of very short pieces. I just Googled continuous bunting, and Game of Sight said offering 100-meter lengths. But when you go into the detail, it says that's 10 pieces tied together still. So I'm not sure, unless we actually make the stuff ourselves, we're going to be able to find continuous bunting. But it is a matter of just checking that all the knots that have been tied, the ones that we weren't responsible for, had been cut right to the very knot itself. So the slightest tug, it had pulled right through. We just have to inspect it and make sure that if we tiny knots that they're okay. But I mean, I don't think we should be denying the people of Haverhill a vibrant town centre on the basis of knot tying.
No, I'm not certain we're talking about the same bunting, because the bunting I bought last year were in 10-metre lengths in plastic bags, and we had to tie every one ourselves. There was no knots in them already. You may have seen it after the event.
We came across them.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that was stuff that has already been tied by other people. And I'm not saying I didn't make a bad deal of it either. All right. Quick vote then. Who wants bunting? No, that doesn't count as two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone else against? I'm going to put my hand up because I have to do something against it. That's fine. Right, bunting it is then. We may need more staff though. I think we ought to have more staff, by the way.
I think
we'll struggle.
We might well have to utilise 2 teams, because looking at how long it's going to take to put it all up, it's 3 to 4 day job going through to midnight, and again, I think there might be 2 working teams there, but we'll have a look at the logistics the next.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's your department. Thank you. Right, so we'll get back to mayor making then. Councillor Smith, you were looking at doing some entertainment. Were you going to do your own entertainment?
No, not me personally.
Oh, not you personally. Okay.
Although if I get desperate, I might have to.
No, I thought you were.
I've asked somebody. I'm still waiting for them to come back. But yeah, just leave that with me. I'm still waiting.
Okay. But there's no real difference from what we've done previous years, is there?
That'd just be a 10-minute slot or something.
Yeah. The actual mayor making itself, no difference. You're not planning anything else, are you, Vicky, Colin? No. Okay. Right, shall we quickly move on to Armed Forces Day then? Well, first of all, Armed Forces flag raising, which will be on the Monday, whatever day it is now. Monday, I've lost it. 20. No, actually,
23rd.
we ought to do Suffolk Day first. Suffolk Day, we're not doing anything for Suffolk Day other than raising the flags. I wonder if somebody wouldn't mind telling other staff that, because I must have been asked about 4 times this week, are we doing anything for Suffolk Day? So if somebody could just tell an internal round robin for people, that'd be great. Monday, I've lost it again.
It's the 23rd, John.
Yeah, so I don't know why my oh, that's better. It's moved finally. It was stuck on May. Yeah, 23rd. We normally do it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, I guess it will be very similar to VE Day, flag raisings, audio and mics, and Max doing something. You okay for that, I guess, Max?
Yes, I've got that one in the diary.
Yeah. Whoever we invited last year, Vicky, if that's all right with everyone. And RBL obviously need to be involved. Are you going to do anything, Councillor Brown?
Yeah, I'll bring a couple of vehicles down. I've got 2 World War II vehicles. So because it's obviously the VJ Day, so I'll bring them down.
Right.
Hopefully that helped publicise the Saturday event.
Yep. And I'll try and do what we did last year is if we video and everything, make like a trailer, if you like, for the Saturday. So something can be done. Right, on to Armed Forces Day itself. Obviously, we're not the lead town this year. Gareth, first of all, I saw your plea for, not plea, maybe, shout out for vehicles, which I also publicised. Have you had any responses from anybody at all?
Yeah, we should have all our usual, and then
Compliments as well.
yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty confident we'll have a pretty full Market Square again. Yeah, so I think the format of the vehicle convoy worked really well last year. Short and sweet, form up behind the Arts Centre, get everyone organised, drive down, and that gives obviously everyone a chance on the Market Square to sort of organise that end. Are we okay? I think I did ask last time about the mugs and whatever. Is there any chance we could have something like VE and VJ Day on them as well? Something like that, just to make them a little bit, more commemorative this year. And obviously get extra for all the participants and people that man the road checks and that sort of stuff, if we can.
How many do you think, Tony?
I think, to be fair, I know we were lead town last year, but it's
144, Tony, last year.
Yeah, something like that. They all went, didn't they? All went to good homes, I think.
Like 3 boxes of 36.
Yeah. I think.
If I say 150-ish.
Yeah.
I think you'll find they'll come in 36 boxes.
I know that you know that, John, because of your history.
My history of selling them,
Yeah.
Years ago. It was a long time ago, though, Sarah.
Yeah. But so if we could have something on there for VE and VJ Day on there as well, just some sort of logo on there, that'd be good.
Can I just interrupt? I would say probably remove if you have the word Haverhill Town Council, you can always remove the logo, Town Council logo from it, because if you need to get space to put that on, you may not have enough space.
Yeah. Leave it to Sarah to work out. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we may have to repeat one of the colours because last year there were only really ugly colours left. So if we go back to red or blue or something rather than try and be different again.
Yeah.
White?
I mean, with the different logo on there, that'd be worth it anyway, just yeah.
Okay. Gary, as we're talking about the convoy, are you, well, it's normally you and me who ends up doing it. That side of things, the stewarding and plans and everything else.
Yeah, I'm here this year, so unlike last year, so yeah, I'll be involved in that as well.
Okay.
And we'll touch base on that.
Yeah, just duplicate what we did last year, basically. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Hopefully the weather will be good, but that's Max's department. Max, as we're talking about the convoy, are you going to do your usual shimmy up the church tower if you're around?
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm around that morning
Oh,
this
okay.
year.
That's fine.
Because I need to be in Bury St Edmunds for something else.
No, that's fine. We could probably get someone else to go anyway.
But if there's someone else, then more than welcome to go up.
Yeah, it works well, that does. Okay, then we get to the actual event, parked up the vehicles. Right, where are we? In terms of gazebos, have we, that's Sarah, I guess you're doing that, Sarah, are you organising gazebos and things?
Yeah, I mean, we're early days yet, so there'll be a lot of the same people as last year. Michael Jeffs is coming back with one of his big vehicles, and we've got Glenn Morriston, who have agreed to do a march down the high street again, and the Silver Band to play. And I've just told them to play jolly, uplifting music, and I'm leaving the programme to them.
Okay, how many from the Silver Band? Because is it the whole band or?
I don't know. I did ask about how many were in the band, and he said he didn't quite know, or didn't give me a great answer. But yeah, they're going to just alternate a few sets with Glenn Morriston.
Okay. Have we got any other entertainment planned?
Not yet, so it's just the Glen Morrison and Haverhill Silver Band at the
Okay.
moment.
Okie dokie.
If anyone's got any ideas, then let me know.
Well, in the past we've had like 3 young girls, haven't we, ladies? We've done stuff from different groups. I'm talking about, not the same people all the time.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing. I knew you were going to say that, and I think that's right.
So I've gone for some good value items.
Lovely. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, in years gone by, we've had the what's it called? The dance people, but I don't think there's enough space really. Because
I've put a call out to all the groups, just saying if you are interested, and none of those groups have actually got back to say yes, please.
okay.
So that they have been invited.
Charmy and Brian, I guess usual things, but do you know of any others that you know of? And the other thing I was going to ask is, are we inviting the Royal Anglians and somebody else? The Armed Forces Commissioner was there, and also charity. Need to think about charity as well.
I think the Armed Force Commissioner will be going to Lowestoft.
I thought it might be, yeah. Have we thought about inviting the Royal Anglians, even if they just send, a couple of people down? I don't know who, I don't know which not regiment, which battalions at home at the moment. But
Yeah, it's always worth sending an invite out. They'd be more than welcome. It's just if they're able to do so. I mean,
yeah.
They have got a TA unit as well, so maybe they're, but I would obviously send it to HQ Royal Anglians and let them sort it out if they can or they can't. But they're always obviously more than welcome. But busy people at the moment, I think.
Charmin, you going to say something?
I was just going to say that we've got quite a few stall holders who've expressed an interest. So if I give those names to you on Wednesday morning, Sarah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Right. Charity.
I sent something out with the name of a charity after the last meeting. Now I can't remember what they were, but there were a couple. Have you got the email?
Bear with.
If not, I'll try and find it and I'll resend it, John.
Yeah. When the last meeting was? When was the last meeting? Oh, hang on. This might be it here. The Armed Forces Charity Directory has a comprehensive list of charities, and you suggested Combat Stress or Hague Housing. They were the two that I think you mentioned.
Well, you might like to look at that website.
Yeah. Did that go to? I went to Joseph and Ugno, didn't go to Sarah.
No.
Okay, I'll forward it on to you, Sarah, and I'll forward it on to everyone. Yeah.
On that thing around charities, it's my personal thing. Is it's always good to try and help the smaller ones. The bigger ones, like Combat Stress and Help for Heroes, that do get a lot of support. But some smaller ones that have sort of been pushed aside over the years. A bit like Blesma and people like that. I know we've invited them before, but one of this if we can contact one or two of them, and if they can come, and we'll put a lot of effort into trying to raise some money for them. I mean, if they've got buckets, we can put them buy vehicles and buy gazebos and things like that, and try and raise them some money.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Armed Forces Charity Directory.
I bet there's lots.
No, it's not actually. There's 8, 12, 15 listed.
There's a lot more than that.
Yeah, there's not. Oh, hang on. That's that. What's this directory? View the latest directory here. Oh, looks like it hasn't been updated for 4 years. I don't know who they are. The armed force, you know. Well, I'll send the link out in a little while anyway. Okay. Usual timings, I guess. 11 o'clock leave the thing. 12 o'clock sort of roughly start. Are we going to have any? We're going to have a flag raising again, aren't we?
I think last year, John, you said that everyone had departed by about 2 o'clock. So I was thinking about doing it 11 till 2 instead of 11 till 3.
Yeah, I think we were struggling to keep people there after 2 o'clock, definitely.
I would say I know there's less people about, but 3 is 4 hours. It's not. Yeah.
No, but the trouble is, I think, Tone, what we were saying is last year it finished early. Yeah, people went,
Yeah.
but equally, by the time we got everybody, you know, all the vehicles off the square and got rid of all the stuff in, it becomes a long day for those people working it.
Should we say 2:30 then? Compromise.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think we did agree on like 2:30 anyway.
Oh, okay.
And it's not really, well, it is. I mean, the convoy doesn't leave till 11, so by the time you get it on the market square, or did we want to leave the convoy to leave a bit later?
I think 11 is
I
good.
know you said that, but
Yeah.
what time are we going to have flag raising? Last time we had 1 o'clock, but should we plan for that to be? Because Colin, you were there last year. What time did by the time everything really was all parked up? Can you remember what the time was?
I bow to the organisers. Sarah and Gary were the ones who got all the timings, etc. We followed.
I think Gary wasn't
So
there.
I personally don't absolutely recall. The only thing I just wanted to comment on the timings for the event, and I appreciate I may not be very popular for saying it, but I think there's a danger of chasing our tails into an ever decreasing spiral. People, you know, the event goes till 4 and people start wandering away at 3. You make the event end at 3, people start wandering away 2:30, etc. If we keep chasing that, people will sneak off early. That's my concern, that actually we end up paying an awful lot of money for a very short amount of time, because the cost of getting everything set up is the same, really. The gap in between while things are set up is different. You know, if you pay for someone to come out and performing twice is not twice the price of performing once, because they're only hanging around for like 45 minutes before they go again, and there's relatively little difference in price, because at the end of the day the whole day is taken out for them. So I think in terms of shortening the day, I would just be a little bit nervous that we'll actually find exactly the same problem will just happen earlier in the day.
Yeah. Can I suggest we go back to 3 again then, please, if that's okay?
I think that's fine. I was just about to say, I think 1 o'clock is a nice point to do the flag raising. So I'd say we should keep with that.
Okay. So I was looking at the wrong convoy route. I think we took no more than what, I don't know. I'm looking for my last year's convoy route document. Oh, hang on, it might be here. Yeah, we only took no more than about 10 minutes to go around the corner, did we? That's why I was saying whether we should let the convoy leave a little bit later.
Well, we'll say 11, and yeah, if I tell all the participants we're aiming to get away at 11, if we leave a little bit later, it's fair dues. But I'd rather sort of say 11 than change things now. Then we actually leave a little bit later. I'd rather that, you know.
Yeah, because I think what will happen is, which is no problem, is you'll just get there very early.
Yeah.
But does it matter?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, people see the vehicles come into the high street. It gets a big, wave of people turn up. I think as well, what we need to do is with all the bloody roadworks that we've had lately, just to make sure that for that day, or I don't know if we can speak to Network Assurance or whatever, just to see if anything's planned around that on our route for that day. I know that there's emergency works can come in, at any sort of short notice, but on about planned stuff.
Yeah, well, this is what happened. Was it the year before last?
Yeah.
Whenever it was.
Yeah.
No, there's no things on, and then we end up having to reverse the whole route.
Yeah.
Because I know. Unfortunately, as you know, they'll tell us there's something going on, and then they won't do it, and then they'll just change their minds and do something else. Even if you tell county council,
Right.
they still do it. We may have to suck it and see on the day, see what happens. But
I'm sure the convoy wasn't until about 12 o'clock last year, wasn't it? I'm sure it was later than 11. Because I think I'd go from Keddington here to Keddington and back to.
Yeah, I think you might be right, because I'm just trying to work out in my head when the pipe band went down the high street, because we wouldn't have had them both going down at the same time. So I'll just have to check back on schedules.
Last year was definitely 11. I've just looked at the videos I took. The first vehicle turned onto the square at about 10 past 11, but the last one not until another 10 minutes later. It takes about 10 minutes to get them all on.
Okay.
But it was definitely 10 past 11 that they arrived on the square.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm looking at. I've got a folder here that says Convoy 2024, but all the stuff is for the year before.
Yes, the convoy were left at 11. I've checked the plans.
Okay, that's fine. Well done. I'm glad
Gary, does it say on yours what time the pipe band went down the high street?
$11:15.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll get there early, get the crowd on, and then we'll finish at 3. As you say, we got two bands, one static, one moving. Anything else for that day? No.
Yeah. Can we have some flags to hand out, Sarah, for the children? Thank
They
you.
always go down well, don't they?
They do.
Okay, again.
Flags, did you, Charmian, or did you say flags or plates?
Yeah, little hand flags.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. I thought you said plates.
Okay. Right. We've done Suffolk Day. VJ Day then. Similar to VE Day, except now it is not on Friday the 15th. It is now on the 21st of August, because Friday the 15th clashes not only with Haverhill in the Park, but also with another booking that's in the church. So as the VJ side of things went from the 15th of August to the 2nd of September in 1945, we looked at moving it to 1 o'clock on Thursday the 21st of August in St Mary's Church. The reason being, obviously we can get it, but it also coincides with a regular monthly Friends of St Mary's Church event. So hopefully we'll be able to get a few more people in there who would normally attend that event. So and these friends have been advertising it as a sort of joint event. Again, we're going to have flag raising that day. Did we want to do, as we've got this event on at 1 o'clock, did we want to again do a 9 o'clock in the morning event? Colin, I can ask you where you are. There you are, lost you there.
Chair, just to say that the dates of the events were kind of planned to try and make sure that a window of opportunity for people to take annual leave was built in, and that is in the 2-week period when we're expecting people to go on annual leave after Haverhill in the Park. So there'll be a limited amount of human resource available for anything particularly kind of ambitious, if you like. So just in terms of any planning, can you just bear that in mind? We could be quite short-staffed on that.
Yeah, I'm not anticipating any town council staff involvement other than maybe, you know, if you're around or Vicky's around, maybe. And I'll explain why. So the flag raising side will be on the Friday the 15th, though, in the morning, the day of Hippie. So, or the final setup for Hippie. Are we happy to go for 9 o'clock again? Yeah. Nobody objecting to that?
I think it makes sense. It keeps both both commemorations, running in parallel really at the same time, etc. So
right.
yeah.
Okay, so on the 21st was I don't know, your successor, Councillor Smith, assuming you're not doing it for another year. I'm shaking your head, yeah. Right, so at 1 o'clock we're going to have an introduction by the mayor, similar to the one on V, and again this is not in any order. Talking about the Blaze Away video, which we did for VE Day in 2020, which was a COVID thing. And I'll explain in a second what's happening there. The reading of the originally was 69 names, but I think there's more names of the Haverhill soldiers, which Charmin going to come up with that served in the Far East. Similar to what we did for VJ Day in 2020, which was again a COVID thing. And we had all individual people filming it. And the reason we're not using that is that's got Christopher Gertie in it. So I think we're going to try and get that refilmed in one location this time, because we're not restricted by COVID, with a suitable backdrop, and just read those names out again, because this is more of a commemoration rather than a celebration. The reading of the peace declaration, and again, audio from the Silver Band, which is what I'm going to be recording next week. Suitable music for that. We don't know what that's going to be yet, but I'm guessing it might be things like, I don't know, Colonel Bogey's March, or there's a more technical term for it, but that's what I always call it. A poem from the time. We're thinking that perhaps Martin Boswell might read that. And then finally Max to end with suitable words for the commemoration. Again, no more than an hour. Again, I guess we're going to have newspaper articles. But as far as I personally am concerned, there's no real involvement from like tech or anybody else like that from town council. It's all going to be done in the church. Does that sound okay? Again, the order is, hasn't been decided. Anybody? Any thoughts? No? Okay. While off, bit of a around. Then moving on to quickly to the last two. Remembrance Sunday, 9th of November. I guess it's going to be virtually identical to last year. Unless anybody's got any thoughts. We haven't got the RBL here today, so we can't ask them. Did I see any hands go up? No. Oh, Sarah, I was going to ask, sorry, one thing I was going to ask is, have you formally invited the Sea Cadets band again?
I think so. I will double check. I think so. I think I did it straight after
I
last
think you did,
year.
but I didn't know if you'd formally done it. You know, whether it's just a, can you come back next year sort of thing.
Yeah, I've definitely had a conversation, but I will double
All
check.
right, because they have got that new person who I don't really know, and
Yeah, he was.
yes,
He wasn't brilliant at communication.
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Any other? Oh, sorry, Adam.
Yeah, can I just confirm that if you have booked, can you just notify me, Sarah, just so I can notify in terms of the public military event notification that I've got to put into two group.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam. And we also need a deadline of when we're going to do the road closure request, Gary, and also the documentation for Adam, or the deadline for Adam, which I think is at least 6 weeks before the event, if I remember rightly. So we need to do that. Anything else on Remember? It's a long way away, I know, but it'll soon come around again. No. And then Christmas Civic Service. I guess that's probably far too early for you, Vicky. Yeah. Are you nodding?
Well,
Or?
we've set the date anyway. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The third, wasn't it? Okay. Anybody got anything else? No. Date of next meeting is 20th of May. Obviously, we'll, amongst ourselves, talk amongst ourselves and everything. Okay. And other than that, unless anyone's got anything else, I'll close the meeting at 2022.